Music is an inexhaustible source of magic. Whether it's in a film, in a play, or standing alone by itself, I believe it does something that no other medium can. It invokes memories. Sure, you can watch a film or play a game with a sense of nostalgia, but I feel music can orient you in time and space and reinforce or elevate those emotions that you felt at that time. Without me blabbering too much, let's try something out. I'm going to cut out the video for a second so you can focus on what really counts here. Your memories. I don't know about you, but for me, I get waves of emotion and memories, and the feeling of the entire Harry Potter experience comes flooding back with those couple notes. Those goosebumps on my skin help me relive that period of my life. And this one. This helps me remember that sense of wonder I had when I was a kid. When watching those movies, I wanted to be a Jedi. And I remember making lightsabers with my friend Billy and having this weird, unearned obsession with Boba Fett. But strangely, these themes are more of a feeling of a memory than a memory themselves. Why is this? Well, mainly because they're just that, themes. They give you an overall feeling of that franchise. Mainly because they've been used in multiple ways in multiple scenes in multiple movies. And because they're always there, they give you more of an overall experience. But let's get more specific. What about these ones from the same franchises? Any massive Harry Potter fan will tell you that they were instantly brought back to that impactful courtyard scene, where they saw Hogwarts, a home for many, being destroyed. You instantly tie in the visuals with that scene, and you picture in your mind's eye the dramatic things going on and all those feelings you had during that scene. This is why I get goosebumps every time I listen to the soundtrack. It's not because the music's great, which it is. It's because I remember sitting in that theater, watching that scene for the first time, and having an emotional impact with it. What about this one? Now everyone knows this one. In your mind's eye again, you can clearly see Darth Vader's dominating steps as his daunting presence is shown on screen. Again, the music is amazing, but you remember the feeling when you saw Darth Vader for that first time. The music just elevates that. When listening to this music, we're all brought back to that important time and that place inside a movie. And the same can be said about our personal lives. This obviously pertains more to me, but every time I hear this song,
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel.
I'm brought back to grade 6 when I used to go to church dances with my girlfriend at the time. Or this one.
Excuse me, I'm not at my best.
I remember drunkenly dancing with my wife-to-be in a pub. We all have these songs. As soon as we hear them, we essentially travel in time. I've mentioned franchises, mainly because they're instantly recognizable, and there's a strong emotion attached to those films. But there's actually a film that used this simple brilliance in the memories we attributed to these songs in such a creative and nostalgic way. That film's Boyhood. Historically, Boyhood took over 12 years to shoot, and Richard Linklater, the director of the film, had quite the task to make this film both encapsulate the teenage years of Mason, but also have something we could personally identify with. Linklater used this technique, and it's something that's very simple and brilliant. Every year we jump with Mason, and every year he progresses. He orients us with music. What do I mean here? Essentially, he plays the top songs of that year that we couldn't avoid whether we were in a car or out in public. These songs were everywhere. These songs are right in parallel with the year that the character is in. And subconsciously, when we hear this music, we're there, standing right next to that character, remembering that time. It's such a simple and masterful decision because nothing has happened in the scene and we already know where we are. You all remember this classic. I'm sure most of you hate this song by now, and you may not remember the first time you heard it or where you were when you heard it. But you could remember that dance that took over every club and party, and there was no chance of avoiding the song at all, no matter where you went. Linklater does this time and time again. Boyhood largely succeeds as a narrative because decisions like this. It's not nostalgia, as some people have coined it. It quickly orients where you are in time and attaches to those memories. And funny enough, every time I hear the song at the end of Boyhood, this song,
Let me go. I don't wanna be your hero.
I instantly remember where I was when I watched Boyhood and that time of my life, and the memories of Boyhood come flooding back.
With everyone else.
So what songs do you have personal connections to that are stained in your past? I'd like to thank my patrons again: Adam Gray, Jeremy Jacobs, Jennifer Elizabeth Edwards, and Jeremy Robson. Every little bit counts, and I really appreciate the support. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.